welcome back to this channel of crafting, crochet and knitting. My name is Nikki and welcome to my little yarniverse. So yes, hello and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. I hope that you are enjoying the content on this channel. So we've kind of got this week and next week are left in November, so they are going to be some of my usual content. I have been spending a bit of time planning videos for the next month, so I'm hoping that I have time for the next video to be a tutorial. So if you haven't attempted to YouTube yourself before, then trying to record and edit a video for a tutorial takes a lot more time than doing a shorter podcast like I do for these sessions. So I have to make sure I've got time in the calendar, so I apologise. That is why at the moment there hasn't been another tutorial for a while, but I'm hoping to be able to do one next week. And after that, you might have noticed that we're going to be entering December, and I personally like to try and keep all of the Christmas together if I can, and have it in one big, like, really festive December at the end of the year to see the year out. So unless I'm having to make stuff for Christmas, so last year I did the Christmas Sockathon. I also made some sort of Christmas pudding, like little cozies for chocolate oranges. So those things took time to make, and so I did start making them like in the summer. So I get that if you're having to make stuff for Christmas, then you have to start early. I have not made nearly as much stuff for Christmas this year, which means that in this household we are keeping the Christmas condensed to December. But I do have some plans for projects that I want to do during December. They're not gifts for anybody, so I don't have to worry about time scale. I've got extra videos planned for December, so as long as I have the time to work to that plan, I really hope I do, then I'm super excited, and I hope that I've got some really good Christmas content for you. So if that is your thing, then stick around on this channel, bear with me until December, and you will see plenty of Christmas, I assure you. So yes, with that little housekeeping out of the way, if we're not doing Christmas today, what are we doing? So later on today, the first of my 3 pregnant friends is having a baby shower, which means that I can take this little package here, which contains the crochet fox from the Snuggle and Playbook, and contains the Christmas cardigan that I made because their baby is due around Christmas. So this is their package. I'm going to be taking that to them today, and it got me kind of remembering that I do have 2 other pregnant friends that I have to crochet for. I made a cardigan for one. The other isn't due until sort of late spring, so it's getting a bit too warm for a cardigan, but I'm still going to do toys for both that friend and for the friend who's due a little bit more early spring. And I haven't got around to doing those toys yet. Problems. I need to do them, because during Christmas I'm going to be so distracted with all the Christmas stuff. So I am today going to make a start, and we're going to be making Hedwig. So I have been trying desperately not to make Hedwig because a friend of mine has got the same kit, and I was going to show them how to crochet by using this, but one of my pregnant friends is a massive Harry Potter fan and would really like a crochet Hedwig for their child. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub out the yarn so that the kit remains intact, but I'm still able to make a Hedwig for that friend. So that is the plan today. It's probably going to be quite a few time lapses because my throat is now beginning to get a little bit sore. But yeah, we're going to make Hedwig, so stick around for some crochet magic. Okay, so I did do some work off camera for a little while just to conserve the memory on my phone. So I just made the eyes, which are looking pretty good there, and the beak. So those aren't once I've got to near the end of the body. I always like to sew the facial features on before I close up the work, just because it means that I can adjust things if I need to. It's really easy to unpick them, and also to tie it off at the back as well, make sure that it's on there nice and safely. So I'm going to keep working up the rest of the body, get the main part stuffed, and then move on to details like the wings and the tail. So let's get started. Hi everyone, so typically it is the next day. I got back from the baby shower and started to do some recording, and then my phone died. And I was also pretty tired, so I didn't get too far with making extra bits. So basically at the end of yesterday I did make the body of Hedwig and also the eyes and beak. I had started working on the tail, so I just need to sew that on at some point to the back of Hedwig. I also started making a couple of wings. So when that's all in place, we're going to have our snowy owl almost finished. The last thing to do is make some little feet. So I've made one and we're just going to make the other one now in a short time lapse and then start sewing together. Okay, so it took longer than I hoped because I had to keep stopping and starting and getting tired, but we finally have a Hedwig. So I'm really happy with Hedwig. Lots of lovely detail there. There is actually an envelope that you can make as well and attach to Hedwig's claws, but I'm just sort of wondering whether I want to do that or not, because if this is for a child then it's going to get pulled and tugged, so maybe that's probably not the best thing to do. So I don't know if I want to attach it sort of maybe to its body or something, I don't know. We'll see. But for now, really happy with how Hedwig looks. Love the detail on the arms and on the tail. So yes, can't wait to make my own one up as well. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried about the shaping of the neck because there was a pretty weird couple of lines in the pattern that where you increased by 1 row and then you increased in 1 row by 3 and then you decreased immediately afterwards by 3 again, and it just felt like, what's the point of doing that? I'm not sure what that was for. So mine may or may not be a little bit different than what it's meant to look like, but I'm still happy with it nonetheless. I think that there's enough structure there with the wings and the tail to compensate for anything that I could have done wrong there. So yeah, really happy with Hedwig. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that it was a bit calmer. My throat was hurting a bit yesterday. It's cleared up a lot today, which I am grateful for, probably due to copious amounts of tea. So I am actually going to go and grab myself another cup of tea, start editing this video, and I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully be a tutorial. So I'll actually be explaining what I'm doing whilst I'm crocheting. As you can imagine, I can't explain something like this as I'm doing it because it's a kit, so it's a paid for pattern. But I'm going to be making my own pattern up in the next tutorial, so what could possibly go wrong, right? So with that one, I hope that you have a very good week and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now!